I'm Shonya. Welcome to my channel, Evolve with Grace. If you're new here, I created this channel about maybe close to a year ago, I think. I wanted to talk to women about evolving in life. You know, facing the changes of adulting as a mom, a wife, a woman. So when I first created this channel, it was about me trying to figure out what I was going to do next. Now that our kids are grown adults, it was kind of like a job change, I guess you would say. Always going to be a mom, always going to, always going to be needed in a certain capacity, but the way that I was needed as an older person, as an older mom, and my kids being adults is different. So, I'm going to say in this last year, it's been a whirlwind. It's been great. And I guess this video timing is perfect because it's close to the end of the year and, we're heading into a new one. It's been a whirlwind. I've had some really, really highs and some lows, some scary times. On this channel, I talk about all of the things that we experience as women. Yeah, adult children. My middle daughter got married, which is amazing. Huge high. And the day before that, I was in the emergency room with some horrible neurological event that caused me to feel as if I was paralyzed. So I couldn't walk. I had extreme numbness from my waist down. Very scary. Almost didn't make it to the wedding. They thought I had spinal cord compression, but luckily enough, it wasn't that. And I was able to make it to our daughter's wedding, which was amazing. And by the grace of God, I was able to dance and participate and not even think about what I was experiencing health-wise. That's well over 10 weeks ago. A little bit before that, I was having tingling in my body. And when I would roll my briefcase at work, on the ground, I would feel tingling. I'm going to take these off because I can see the ring light of my mirror in my glasses and I don't want you to have to deal with that. Anyway, so I go through this whole experience. Girls hot. Girls, if you're 50 or over or close to my age, if you know, you know. Yeah. So I go through this whole situation with this weird tingling. I went to a neurologist. They didn't know why I was doing that, why the tingling was happening. My primaries was, you're getting older. Well, no sugar, sir. Yes, I'm aware. So he says, do you want an antidepressant? And I'm like, no. I said, yeah, I've had some bad days, but it's a bad day here and there. He says, well, if your bad days get to 30 bad days and you come back and I'll give you something. I'm like, no, thank you, sir. I need to find out what's going on with my body. So, go to the doctor, I went to the neurologist. He didn't understand why I was having the pins and needles. And I think maybe 2 weeks after I had saw him in regards to the tingling sensation, I'm going to call it pins and needles for lack of a better term, I ended up in the emergency room with the first event. And that neurological event happened maybe 4 times while I was in the emergency room. Then it happened when we walked off. Even though I said that I had no issues at the wedding, when we finished the ceremony and my husband and I walked hand in hand off, I did have the situation happen again, but I was able to sit down and let it pass. My brain is foggy at 51, and I'm either going to blame the gabapentin that I've been on, or that my mouth always works faster than my brain, or it could be, hormonal changes. We'll get to that. So, so I've been on gabapentin for, I'm going to say 8 to 10 weeks, 11 weeks. It turns out that my degenerative discs that I know I've had for years somehow have degenerated some more. No, somehow I'm getting older. And I was never in an accident. I was a cheerleader. I did lift people up over my head, but apparently the disc issue is causing foraminal stenosis, where there's not enough space for the nerve root to come out, and the tingling and numbness comes from my discs. Now, I get tingling in different parts of my body, and I do have horrible posture, so that could be part of it with my neck. Anyway, I've been a hot mess, but by the grace of God, and the $3,000 that we had to pay out of pocket that's not covered by insurance, I am going for spinal decompression therapy, where they hook you up to a machine and they pull your hips. And all you could think about is, oh my God, that movie, The Final Destination. What if these people forget that I'm in here and this thing pulls me apart? Yeah, I know. Crazy thought, right? What is the word? Catastrophizing? It happens. But when you're locked into a machine and you can't get yourself out and it's pulling you at your hips, yeah, little crazy thought. Anyhow, so 51 I am. And this adulting thing has been a ride so far. But I am grateful to God, because the room I'm sitting in is my tranquility room, which was once one of my daughter's bedrooms, and it is a very calming, peaceful space. I can tell you that the first several weeks after I had another event, maybe 3 weeks after the wedding, I ended up back in the emergency room again. But this room that I'm sitting in that has a guest bed, I ended up having to spend a lot of time on it because I had the tingling so bad. It was affecting everything. Terrified to death, couldn't sleep well, scared to death that there's something seriously wrong. So what I ended up doing is an MRI of my brain, an MRI of my hips, an MRI of my pelvis, an MRI of my lower back, thoracic and cervical. So basically an MRI from the rooter to the tutor, from the top to the bottom. I've had an MRI. And the only thing that they can think is that somehow my lower back is causing the issues. Now, when I get tingling in my arms, I don't think that's my back. When I get tingling in the front of my legs or my thighs, I don't think that's my back either. But no one will look into, is it my hormones? Is it a vitamin deficiency? Had blood panels done, and my doctor says, oh, there's nothing wrong with your vitamin B. Yeah, because I'm taking a test, and I've been taking vitamin B. That's neither here nor there. Women, you have to advocate for yourself, because, I go to these doctors and they're like, well, I don't know. The last visit I went, when I was at the neurologist, he told me I was a mystery. Anyhow, this video is not about my hot mess of a health ride the last couple months, because I am doing well. I don't know if I'm just used to the tingling, because the tingling still comes and I still get the numbness, but it's not as severe, and I'm coping with that. And I'm still going for my therapy, and I'm going to exercise more, exercise. And I want to talk to you about the emotional impact of this adulting thing, this aging thing. So, when you can't get up and walk around for yourself, and, well, you can walk around, but you're walking with fear. You can't sleep well because you have something that's causing you to not work the way you normally did. I think on a visceral level, as a woman, it made me feel like I was old. Yes, getting older is a beautiful thing. It's a gift. It is a gift from God, and I understand that not everybody is gifted the ability to grow older. So that is not lost on me. Aging is a beautiful thing, looking at pictures with us and our children when they were little, and looking at how quickly time went by. Yeah, that's hard. However, when you are only 51, only a half of a century, a little over half a century, you don't want to be an old 51er, right? And growing up, I have always been a plain Jane. I say that I'm Black Amish. It's a joke. I'm not. But I don't drink. I don't smoke. Never have. Probably never will. I never wear makeup. Only at special occasions. I would get dressed up if I'm going to a holiday party. I'd put a little something on. Or my sister, who I call my personal cosmetologist, my personal glam squad is my sister. She will put makeup on me. But my husband has always told me since the the early age of 17 that I am beautiful just the way that I am and I don't need makeup. Well, I had to tell Sir, my darling husband, I do not feel the way that I used to. And I need to make myself feel good. And this body of mine is trying to betray me. So I need to make myself feel pretty. Because I haven't felt pretty. I felt like a patient. I felt like a hot mess. I felt broken. I felt scared. I felt sad. I felt all of the things that come with you living your life and just wanting it to be the way it was. And I can tell you, like I said, that we've heard a million times, the things that matter. You always know the things that matter. Well, what mattered to me is being able to live my life the way that I want, the way that I normally do, because I love my life. With the stress, with the aggravation, with the experience, with the aches and pains, with my job, with all the bumps in the roads, with all the crazies, I love my life the way it is. That being said, I have decided to try a little something new and to start wearing a little makeup. It has nothing to do with the rave reviews I got at my daughter's wedding. I'm like, geez, did you people never see me dressed up before? You never saw me with my hair done and makeup on? Most of them really haven't. So, in an effort to make myself feel good, I have decided to put makeup on. And I don't want to wear makeup to look like somebody that's made up, if you know what I mean. Growing up, I felt that wearing makeup at a young age made you look older. Now that I'm older, I feel like I can use a little makeup to make me feel good, to make me feel pretty. You don't feel pretty. And you think about it, it's something that we've always done as girls. Except when I was in my tomboy years and I wanted to break up concrete with a sledgehammer, little girls like to play dress up. They want to feel pretty. So this is what I'm doing. This is me at 51, a girl who does not wear makeup, and if my sister or somebody who is experienced in makeup, you may look at me like I'm doing it all wrong. And again, I just want to look fresher, brighter, perky, not so old, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I bought this. This is Bare Essentials. I'm going to say it's probably like 6-7 years old. And if I'm not supposed to wear makeup that old, that's how long it lasts me. So girls, you know how much I use it. If I'm not supposed to wear makeup this old, you can tell me in the comments because I don't normally wear makeup. Now, I have all the brushes and stuff because it's like, you buy toys. Every once in a while you think, oh, I'm going to do something to make myself feel pretty. I'm going to wear makeup or, I tell my cousin because we always joke about being frump girls. And normally when I try to put foundation or something on, I can never tell if it's blended or anything because my vision is awful. And the lighting downstairs in my bathroom is not that good. Right? So I've been putting makeup on to just what I'm doing right now. Just a little bit of, I think it's called Complexion Rescue. Yeah, Complexion Rescue. Just to, make me look a little bit brighter, right? So I'm probably doing it all wrong, and you guys can tell me. You can tell me, right? So I go and I put this on, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is good, this is good. All right, I don't look made up, right? So then I'm like, okay, what does a woman my age do for her hair and makeup? Let's forget hair. What do they do for makeup? So when I get interested in something, I go down the rabbit hole. So I start looking up women that are over 50 that wear makeup, with their makeup routines. I bought myself something that I would never expect to, and I don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's great. Anyway, I went on and I saw 50-year-old women that wear makeup. And I can't find what I just bought. Hold, please. Well, I must have left it in the other room. I'm not going to go look for it because apparently when I look in this bag of tricks that I've probably had for years, I found that I have some other bronzer. That's what I was looking for. But I treated myself to some highfalutin bronzer, right? So anyway, I go down the rabbit hole, the YouTube rabbit hole, and start looking at women that are over 50 that wear makeup. So guess who I saw? Because, you know, I want to look freshened up now that I'm over 50. And like I said, if I'm doing this wrong, people, you know what to do. You can tell me. I made a mistake of looking at, you know, when I pulled it up, it was Eva Longoria and J-Lo. Right. Sure, Jan. Uh-huh. Right. So I'm going to make myself up using their tips. That's a joke. Anyway, so I'm watching these women. I'm like, oh my God, look at Eva Longoria. And I'm really looking through this bag. Because I do, when I tell you that I have collected a pile of stuff, which represent all the times that I said, oh, you know what, I'm going to freshen myself up. Not to look crazy or anything, just a little bit of pop, right? What am I looking for? See, it goes that fast. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, that's the brush that you use. Oh, here it is. The brush that you use for concealer. And remember what I said, that my vision is awful. I can't see crap. So I have, right next to this camera is a magnifying mirror. So by the grace of God, I can see what I'm doing. Again, I don't know if I'm doing it right. So I could have been going to work looking like a nut job. But I felt fresher, right? Okay, so then my eyes look brighter, right? So now I look like I have no color. So, like I just said, I went and I bought this bronzer that I saw this one woman put on. Didn't know it cost that kind of money. Anyhow, I found it, and it looks nice. See, I don't even know if I'm using a brush. Apparently, this is called a kabuki brush. It's a cute name. And I don't know if this is going on right. Right? I think I have the light on. I do. And by the time I'm done with this video, you can tell me, girl, you look crazy as ever. But I saw them do here by their jawline, and then something over here. Yeah, I think that. Again, I may walk out of here looking like a nut. And yes, I'm putting bronzer on my eyelids because I'm trying to just get freshened up. I'm not trying to look like a supermodel or anything. I'm just trying not to look like I was broken at 51 years old, right? So, again, my sister, who's been putting makeup on since she could probably crawl, who's very good at it. She should actually do it for a living. She's probably gonna look at this and be like, "Sissy, what the hell are you doing?" But that's okay. No, it could be the lighting or my lack of vision, but I feel like this looks good. Like, I feel like I look fresher. And then I think I have blush. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's blush. So, oh, hold on. Somebody's here and I can hear them talking, but I'm gonna try to ignore them and do this real quick. My daughter's here. She's entertaining here, which I love. I'm gonna hit pause. Okay, I closed the door. So anyway, I'm putting this stuff on my face. And I don't know if this looks right, if I'm doing it right. Because when I tell you that women sit there for like 10 minutes with this whole routine of stuff that they put on their face. Me? I just want to look like I'm not becoming the crypt keeper. Yeah. All right. I think that's good enough. I put some bronzer back on my face. My cheeks look a little red, but let's just say I've been outside in the wintertime and my cheeks are rosy. I think that's it for me. Now, just that. Now, I have lip gloss in my purse I can put on or something like that, but I can tell you that it makes me feel a lot better than I did before. And just like I didn't used to wear makeup for me, I can wear a little makeup for me. Let me turn this off. I'll turn it the other way. Oh, here we go. Oh, lighting's weird. Lighting's weird. I'm sorry, guys. How's that? Anyhow, I'm just coming on here to tell you that I don't know what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that I'm trying something new. I'm telling you that I'm evolving with grace. Yeah. Uh, I don't know what age group you are that's watching this. I don't know if you were around my age or you're one day going to be my age, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Sometimes you just have to press reset. Reset, right? Uh, Sometimes things just beat you down, knock you down. Hopefully, you can always pick yourself back up. I am very grateful because the position I'm sitting in means I'm not tingling right now, and that's good. And I'm focusing on the great things. The holidays snuck up on me. I still was not prepared for that with everything going on with my health, but I'm in a good place. You guys can tell me if you see a difference. And you could also tell me if I look like Liz. No, no, no. Not Lizzie Borden. No, that's the chick that took the axe. Oh, the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. It is an old movie that my mother made me watch years ago when I was a kid, and I'll never forget it. I think Elizabeth Taylor was in it. No, maybe not. No, Faye Dunaway. I think Faye Dunaway was in it. Anyhow, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And if you don't know what that is, look it up and look at Baby Jane, look at her makeup job, and you let me know if I did all right. Do I look fresher than I started? It's a little something. Or do I look like whatever happened to Baby Jane? I'm not going to keep you guys on here long. I'm just literally having a conversation with you, my friends. And to know that as a woman, you are not alone when you go through the craziness that life has to offer, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. We all go through it and we all evolve in our own way. And give yourself grace, time, peace, patience, quiet, maybe some hormone replacement therapy if you need it. Looking into that. Don't know about that, but I'm looking into it. I hope you and your family have a great holiday season and an amazing 2026. And you may or may not see me before then. I don't know. Maybe with a reset video or not doing the resolutions. Don't do that. Take care and thanks for watching.